my channel. Today I want to talk about tier list. Something to keep in mind, today is November 22nd. It's already late right now, so it's going to be 23rd soon. There is a patch coming on the 24th. The game will be patched with various bug fixes according to the dev. I do not know the extent of a bug fix. I do not know how far they will change each characters in terms of bug fixes. This tier list is currently made as of how they behave in the game and how well they do in the current game, current meta, current damage calculation. Okay? I honestly do not care how they do well periodically, without bug, with the bug fix, whatever. What's important is how they behave right now in the game, because we don't even know when or how fast they're going to fix those bugs. Okay, with that being said, let's start with the tier list. Just FYI, this is a accumulation of a lot of different tier lists I see. I have picked a few that I trust the most. Like for example, on the Korean tier list, the NGA tier list especially, and NGA tier list is the one made in the Chinese NGA forms. The player there a little bit, they tested a lot of stuff more hardcore, to be honest, and their tier list is one of the main one I would trust in terms of overall gaming performances. And of course, there's also game width. I took some consideration, and there is American tier list, especially the MA Global Master Cheat by Australia Zero. Some of his opinion does seems pretty legit and credible. So this is putting everything together. That's how I feel about the characters overall, right? So first of all, the top of a tier list is leader. She is burst 1 and 22nd, so that means you only need one of her. If you see any tier list that does not list her as top of a burst 1, you do not need to consider that tier list at all, to be completely honest with you guys, because that tier list will not be accurate. Leader is just a character that's too hard to ignore at the current game. She repairs your barrier, she does attack damage boost, which is the better boost compared to everything else, and she also gave you extra ammo, which in all honesty should be much better. Alright, second, and then you have Rapunzel, which is for healing, for damage to 14 healing, and for what is it called? Team healing and team revival. And Noise is for tanking, healing, everything. Okay, Noise also buffs a little bit, not too much. And you have Pepper, which her healing is currently bugged, but her overall kit is pretty good, so that's still alright. The most surprising one I would say is N102. N102 is actually fairly high on the tier list, considering she is a SR that is fairly easy to acquire. She's like a mini leader, I would say, in terms of buffs. She just doesn't repair the barriers, and she, of course, being SR, she has natively a little bit less stats than you would hope. Okay, but with being an SR, she's really easy to ascend, she's really easy to limit break. Honestly, if you don't have a good burst 1, don't be afraid to raise a N102, okay? Next is Miranda, Milk, Mary, nothing much to say about them. They're just solid characters overall on themselves. The main interesting thing is Volume. Volume was thought to be very high tier, but due to the discovery of a damage formula, which some people call it bug, I'm not sure it's a bug or not, but we'll see how it goes. The crit damage buff is a lot less important than originally expected. Because a lot less important than originally expected, it is now Volume will be rated lower because of it. Okay? And because it's rated lower, we are going to see, because crit is less useful, so it should be rated lower, basically. And Emma, healing, normal, and you have, what's it called? Yan, Exia, it's not tracking my mouse. I'll have to find some way to do it later. Okay, and then you have Mika, and you have the rest of the tier list. one of the big thing for in this upset is what's her name? Lumada? Not Mina. She is currently very, very bugged right now. Due to the bug, her entire kit is revolved of her being a tank. However, due to the current game, aggro, she doesn't pull aggro. If she doesn't pull aggro, there's no tanking abilities, which make her entire kit kind of render useless. And that's the reason why she is so low on the tier list. Okay. All right. Let's switch to our second one, Burst 2. Burst 2, you are, as you can see, I have Cindy in the background, but Burst 2, the top one are currently Rupee and Dola, okay? I have a feeling that, let me see, yeah, I cannot point to it, okay? I have a feeling that a lot of people are over judging the effect of Rupee's bug at the moment, and some people are trying to rate her lower, quote unquote, when bugs are fixed. Her bug with the bugs is a little more complicated than that, but even without all those things going on, she is still one of the best self-buffer, using an assault rifle, which is the most useful weapon in the game right now. And she does a lot, and with right circumstances, she does a ton of self-healing, okay? And due to all those qualities, she really doesn't die in the battlefield. And she can be one of your best manually controlled characters in a boss fight that requires break off or focus fire. She is overall a very strong package of single focus attacker. Next is Dola. Dola, a lot of people rate her higher, very high in fact. Most of the time you'll see Dola actually be rated in front of Rupee, because Dola is a team buffer. And my only issue with her is she's a sniper. We have an overabundant amount of sniper in this game that is in top tier. I don't know why the game make it this way. Most top Burst 3, a lot of them are snipers. Okay, Dola being a sniper doesn't help the case because she's not main damage. She doesn't need to be. It's just not a good weapon type for her. Okay. Next is Uni. She is really S here because of manual control due to a current bug that allow her to basically have infinite ammo and for herself and her teammate. After bug is fixed, she's probably somewhere around rank B, I would say, to be honest. But at the current moment, she's rank S due to the refill bug. And Polly is up here. This is kind of controversial because a lot of places rate Polly lower. But as someone that uses Polly, I feel that her attack buff is actually pretty important, along with the fact that she gives shield. And if you look at the other guys I have, shield in this game actually has damage mitigation, has a shield gating. So if it's one very, very strong attack from a boss, it tanks the entire hit, which is very useful. Senti is down below. She is a shielder basically. She gets some team buff, not a lot. But because she doesn't really help the team that much besides the shields, she's rank A. Along everyone else down here, Fogwan, Noah, I think Noah is pretty... Noah is invincible plus taunt, which could be very useful at time. Diesel is ranked a little bit lower because a lot of... I think NGA has Diesel higher, but the overall ranking of her is a little bit lower due to the fact that, in my opinion, Diesel just takes way too long to ramp up in a fight. If it's a long fight, if you're expecting a long fight, it's okay to bring Diesel, but she just doesn't hurt that much, honestly, compared to every other characters on the higher tiers. Ines, as you can see, she is rank B, not the worst, but also not the top half, right? She is good until you find better units, but she is also not a bad character to invest in for SR characters. All right. Next we have Burst 3. And Burst 3 is... We have a lot of Burst 3 characters. This game needs to start giving us Burst 1 and 2, man. I think there is only 17 character in Burst 1, 16 character in Burst 2, and there's like 23 or something character in Burst 3 so far. To my understanding, to my memory, I do not have the right number, but that is from the top of my head. You have Heron, which is SS due to the charging bug. You have Scarlet, so even without bug, she's still really top tiers. She's best to use with characters that that reduces ammo reloads and stuff. You can, there's a lot of guides for her on the internet. You can just look it up to see what's her best teammate. All right. And S tier, you have Drake. Drake is great because Drake gives a lot of buffs to shotguns. And as you are in this game right now, you realize that Interception S is best to be played with shotgun characters. With the boss that's really close, shotgun reigns supreme. Okay, you have Yuha also up here because she's just a general really great package. And the next one is Miku. I mean, okay, her official name is not Miku. Her official name is Privaty. And I'm feeling kind of conflicted putting her on here on such a high on the list. She has a good overall package with buffs and stuff. Herself she's also free, right? But her skill, which decrease your bullet by half, max ammo by half, increase but decrease reload time, or increase reload speed, which in turn decrease reload time. Technically, it should be a wash in terms of DPS, but what people on NG realize is that for Privacy, her reload speed buff does not buff the amount of time that it takes from you to be in reload mode. Goes into what is it called? Goes into shooting. Let me see. Let me take a second to give a really clear look. It's not ranking. There we go. This is my automatic, right? So as you can see, come on, load. Okay, so we have Drake up in center. If you look carefully, when she's firing and she's reloading, it takes some time for them to get up after reload. It was about 0.3 second delay. That action right there, you can call like duck and cover action or something. That is not affected by her reload speed buff, which means that in a lot of cases, Privacy skill that decrease your ammos but increase your reload speed is actually damage loss in a more extreme cases. Okay, so that's why I was kind of hesitating to put her on there. So you need to have the right team to make it really worth it to be on the team. Alice, Snow White's rank got dropped a lot compared to originally expected. She's still pretty good characters. I mean, like I said, anything from SS to A are also really good. You can don't be afraid to use any of them, unless they're in the beta tiers. Sugar herself, If no, they're all really good individual units. Helm is a healing plus interception. Maxwell same thing. Isabel is a shotgun, of course, which could be very useful during boss fights. And Brit is just a solid unit overall. But like most of the reason why team tier A on this one is not as good as SS or S is because either they don't do as good job of a team buff, or they just don't have as much damage, like Scarlet and Garen. Okay, oh Heron, I mean Heron. And you have toward the bottom. The main thing you need to note is Ruby is tier C. She is okay to a certain point, but I think you may need to abandon her later on because like she doesn't have anything that makes her stand out or special. And the fact that she is an SR tier means that she will have a stat penalty compared to every other SSR in the game. Okay. And something to note. I do not have a tier lower than C. If there's a tier lower than C, it will probably be Soline occupied by herself because her skill set might accidentally kill your own teammate. And that's pretty much it for the current tier list. We will see what the dev brings in the next update, and I will try to update as soon as I can. I'll be completely honest, I do not have some character listed here. I have about like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. I have about 20-25 SSRs right now, but I don't have everybody. There's a lot of pilgrims I couldn't get, and so a lot of these is just based off of I tried to organize the location, the rank location roughly of where of the units I have personally feels and personally play tested versus what a lot of the guides are mentioned and how they're relatively placed and to form these guides. Okay. So well, with that being said, if this helps, click the subscribe button, and I'll try to keep you updated on anything that's related to Nikke. This game is I would say it has a rough start, but it's coming together better for every patch forward, right? And there's some missteps in the recent event in terms of difficulties. I'm very glad they fixed it after a day. So yeah, I have a pretty good hope that this game will last for a long time, and we will enjoy this game. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.